Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. I'm up in the craft room today and I was working on some of my little gingy ornaments and I thought maybe we could do the last one that I have to finish together. And please pardon this mess of a desk because you should see what's here and here. This is the only place that is cleared off. I'm one of those crafters that when I create something, oh my, there goes my cutting board. When I create something, I pull out so many things that I think maybe I could use. And sorry for that noise. That was my cutting board behind me. And so what I did, these little gingies, let me see. Did you all find these at your Hobby Lobby this year? The cute little wooden cutouts that you can paint or stain or do whatever you want with them, or leave just like they are. As you see, I've worked on with several of the candy canes, but I did all of the gingies. I've been having so much fun working on them. And with these guys this time, it was just a matter of painting them in, let's see, I think it was 4 different colors. And then using the dimensional paint. It's not the puffy one, it just says dimensional paint. 3D, yeah. And just did my little, icing squiggles in that. And then just did the eyes in black with little eyelashes, just a little black for the mouth, and tiny little rosy cheeks. I did, I've already put it up, with a alcohol marker. And then this behind the lace, that is glittered paper from Hobby Lobby some years ago. And then that I hand sewed into a rosette, and then I do hand sew the seam too. That's just something I do because I've been sewing for a long time. And well, we'll do this together, but you will, or maybe I've already done it. Oh, I might have already done it. You make a loop out of your satin ribbon, this teeny tiny narrow satin ribbon. I don't know if they still carry it. Walmart used to have it for less than $1. And so that with hot glue, I make, the ends together, meet like this. And then with my Fabri-Tac, because it gives you time to manipulate this piece on the back, then with the Fabri-Tac, I go over it and then place it here so that it, on the tree, my backs of my ornaments don't have to look nice, but I think it's a good thing to have them finished on the back personally. So, and I can't tell you where I got this pink cotton lace, but I like it. And this one, where the lace is even wider than the paper, that's glitter paper from Hobby Lobby as well, when it was 75% off a few years back. And I forgot to show you, the base for all this is a punch, and it is a 2 1/4 inch circle. And this is from EK Tools. I use that thing a lot. And this lace, let me see if I still have this out. Where'd I put it? I guess not. Oh well. I had to take this lace apart because it was super wide. And it actually was attached to this. That might be from Hobby Lobby too. I'm not sure. I've had it a while. And so I had to take my seam ripper. I don't know if you guys have them, but here's mine. And I had to take it and get rid of that seam. And so I could use the lace because I wanted it to have that pink, the white with the little pink on it too. I thought that was cute. And did the same process and everything. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, when it came to the bows, this one, do y'all remember when Dollar Tree, I think it was at Easter time, did the super narrow satin ribbon with the little metallic silver? Isn't that pretty? That's Dollar Tree one. The other two are the Walmart, I think it's Ofray puts them out. Like I said, I don't know if they still have them, but they were less than, used to be less than $1 there. So there's another one I did. And back to the green, but this time, now this one, got out my seam ripper again because I cut, these are, rosettes are 6 inches length. And so the way these are sewn on, you have 2 separate, you know, when I cut it 6 inches and then took the seam out of this one, these 2 seams, I got 2 pieces to do my rosettes with, so that was fun. And this is Merchant 41, so that means Hobby Lobby, and that was originally $3.99, but I know I wouldn't buy it for that. Probably 75% off of that one. Had that a while too. I went digging, y'all, because I have laces hanging up in the closet in here. But the only one that I found that, you know, worked well was this pink one over here. So anyway, so same thing done. But when I forgot to tell you, when I put on my little tiny bows that I made, first off, I did use, let me show you that too. I've shown it before on here, but I did use the fray check on the ends because they will fray. And I wanted them to stay nice through time, you know. So I used the fray check on them. And then I took my Fabri-Tac glue and just very lightly put glue on the back here, 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 and here so that it won't come untied, you know. So that's what I have so far. And then I thought maybe we could work on, oh yeah, on this one together. I did, here's, you can at least see it. Oh, there's some glitter on it. I used some glitter. Y'all might get a kick out of seeing this piece. I use some glitter and Mod Podge after, but look, the Mod Podge I'm not real thrilled with. The thing is, anytime I saw a little space like this, I went back and used the Mod Podge again and, you know, sprinkled some by hand on there. And it is chunky, I know, but still, I was like, why isn't it sticking? And I mean, I was putting it on there. I wasn't very daintily putting my Mod Podge on. I was just really putting it on there. But anywho, this is an ornament too, guys. But this one hopefully will sit on the branches. And if it doesn't, and I'm hoping to put some bows here and here on either side of the handles. But yeah, that's why you see, it's still coming off. And I've got them sitting so that it will dry properly. I've got them sitting on top of and balanced out on 2 paint containers, I guess we call them that. Oh, mercy. So there that is. I forgot to tell you too, I take my Tombow markers and I go around my edges. If they're not like this, it's double-sided, so it doesn't have a white core. This does. So I go around it so that if you see it on the side, you're not going to see white. And for the pink, I use number 723. And for the green, I use number 296. And like I said, I use the Fabri-Tac here so that we can get it nice and on there, you know, move it if we need to without saying, uh-oh, hot glue's already set. And I try to put a little more than extra, you know, a little extra on my on my ribbon there. So how are you all doing? We have not done this for a while, have we? I think everybody's so cuckoo crazy busy with the holidays. I think we all always are. I don't know many people that are like, oh no, don't have anything extra to do. Plus, you've got your other things you normally do if you work full-time or part-time outside of home. And then you come home and do all that work too. It seems like everybody's just super, super busy. And if you do any baking, which I'm going to do a little, but I used to do a lot. 3 full days, and I'd sleep for 3 hours in the evenings. Other than that, it was all baking because I wanted to get cookies that I was giving away as gifts to the people while they were fresh. And I told them, you know, because they got a huge plate of cookies. I said, you can put these in the freezer, you know. And but we ourselves don't have like a freezer, you know what I mean, outside of our small one with the refrigerator. It kind of drives Handsome crazy sometimes because he wants a big old freezer. You know, but now that it's just the 2 of us, I'm like, well, I don't know if we need a big old freezer, but I think it'd make him happy. So now we're pretty much set here. Okay. Now, I wanted to save time. Let me see. Did I put yes, I put the bow on too. Sorry, guys. I usually go so long that that's why I do a few things. You know, when I do the chat and craft with me beforehand, because you know me, even this one, oh, here we are an hour. No one wants to sit here an hour. And here's that other half of the lace I just showed you. And like I said, well, I can even show you. You all have seen me do it 100 times. Here's 101. And since I'm not going to use it, I just showed you all this. Let's do our gathering. Boy, that'd be a cute little rosette though, wouldn't it? Let's see what we get. It wouldn't be for these, but let's just see what we get. All right. So I have my trusty, yeah, you'll see some dust on my pincushion. That's not pretty. And I'm already threaded too. That's pretty cool. I don't know if they still carry it because I think they got rid. They're changing. Hobby Lobby is changing their fabric section, I was told. Oh, I got some dirt on it. I don't like that. This is the Sewology for $2.99, and they put it on sale from time to time. This is the extra strong upholstery thread, and I give it an A+++. Not only especially for sewing, you know, what I'm doing here, but also if we're doing something you want to add thread for, you know, for fun, maybe behind something, you know, like so. A lot of times it's gold and different colors and stuff like that, but, you know, behind maybe a piece of ephemera or something. This is so nice and so thick. Here's what I do. Mine. And then sometimes I put these in, and then you can smash it, or you can go like so, you know, and have this behind it. See how strong and thick it is? It is fantastic. But like I said, I know that they're doing a lot of different stuff. Did you notice how many pieces of fabric went on clearance, what was it, a month ago? And I really like, you know how much I like Hobby Lobby. That's my favorite crafting place. So I'm going to put this back where it belongs. Because like I said, everything and its uncle is on my desk. And then you're going to knot it. Yes, I don't have rings on right now because I'm doing a lot of painting. And when I do tons of painting, no rings, and work with this hot glue gun, no rings, no nice clothes. This top, even though it's supposed to go like so, I just ran in other room and put it on so I wouldn't look so... You should see what I usually wear when I'm painting, and because, you know, sometimes paint doesn't always go where you want it to. That I've been painting things since I was a teenager. So, okay. So what I do is, and you know, if you sew, you're going to be like, Corn, I do it my way, and that's that. And I don't blame you. You do you, I'll do me. Sounds like I'm losing my voice a little bit, doesn't it? Oh boy. Wonder if Handsome be happy about that. Now this is easy here, because if you want your gathers to be basically the same, then if you hit each one of these little scallops here on the top, then they're going to be the same. Look at that. Normally they're not this easy. Your lace will be different. But yeah, this one is a very, very easy one to gather. Oops. Except right when I say that, hopefully, let me get more in the light. And you can gather it like that if you want, or just wait till the end. You know, it's up to you. Now you all, I have done this on my channel more than once, that's for sure. But I have still had people say, if they saw like my flowers or my rosettes and stuff, say, could you show me how to do that? And I referred, you know, to one of the ones I've done in the past, but I guess, I don't know, they just wanted to see it again. So everybody's got a way of doing it, okay? Some people will not do the little seam right here, but I will. Some people just, once they get here, they gather it pretty tight, and then they'll just go into this other one. They'll gather it real tight again, hold it, then go in again. I don't always do this, by the way. Okay, and therefore you are together. Okay, you are together. That's cute, isn't it? I wonder what I'm going to use it with, but I'm going to use it on something. But for me, and you can leave it just like this. Some people I've actually seen get out the glue gun and actually not use the needle and thread at all, but put their lace down and then do their gathers, you know, move the fabric or the lace over and then put a little dab of hot glue and lace over hot glue to do their own like that, and then just do this, just glue the seam together. Not only am I old school, but like I just said, I've been sewing since I was a teenager, and I'm anything but a teenager right now. And I see what I do, since I can put these two scallops together. I'm going to come over here and, whew, boy, that accent's heavy today, isn't it? I'm tired. And when I get tired, I get to twinging and twanging. Okay. I think I told you almost every time I go out. And I'm just saying, how you holding up, you know, to the people that are working in the shops and stuff, because it's so busy last week. And I'd say, how you holding up? And they'd say, oh, it's crazy here. I said, oh, I know. I can see that. And then they'd say, where are you from? I'm like, well, not around here, can you tell? Okay. So I go ahead and do this. Now, to make it a true seam, you would come down here. Oops, let me show you. And I've done that before too, and put your seam here. But since this is actually going to be hot glued onto this, I still want to sing because that's just me. But I don't have to, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want to sing. And yes, when you do a video, you will stick a needle in your thumb. Which I just did. I was waiting for that to happen. Now, does it happen all the time? No. Do things like that happen when you're doing a video? All the time. Now, some people will say, Corn, that's just you. Never happened to me. But let me tell y'all something. There are people on there that say this wouldn't be my video if I didn't have something like that happen. Like this. There goes my needle, because my needle, the eye of my needle is quite large. And because it's quite large, I can thread it really easily. And that's why it is what it is. I'd love to tell you where I got that, but I don't remember. Some of my needles I've had since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And some of them were given to me by loved ones in my family. And if I see a great deal on them, you know, on sale, or they just look really gorgeous and they're not super expensive, I'll just grab them. You know how sometimes you lose your socks, or one of your socks when you're doing the laundry, and you're like, what? Where's my other sock? This is crazy. I know I put that pair in the washing machine. Now, did it eat it? You know, I think everybody, even sitcoms, do those jokes. But, yeah, sometimes that happens with me, and needles and pins. Pins and needles. And so if I see a nice group of needles, I'm like, I'm there. Hey, y'all, look at that. I'm going to put it on there. Actually, it looks good, doesn't it? But isn't that cute? So, and then you get here and you arrange your gathers the way you want them. Sometimes my gathers just have a mind of their own. No matter what I do, no matter how much, you know, I'm arranging them and stuff, they still just go back to doing what they want to do. But that turned out cute, didn't it? We'll put it on something. We'll put it over here to put it on something later. Then we'll put this up. That's one thing I love. Let me show y'all. If I turn around too quick or whatever, and boom, there goes my needle on the floor. Oh my goodness, I panic because I'm wearing my Dollar Tree socks that have the little rubbery things on the bottom, but they're nice and warm and cozy. They're kind of like a stuffed animal on your feet. And I panic because not only am I here without shoes on, but then Handsome, he'll come around the desk for a smooch or to see what I'm working on, or both. And if he were to step on this, oh mercy. So do y'all remember when Hobby Lobby put these spellbinders, it's for dye pieces and stuff like that. But when they put them on sale for 75% off, I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was so excited because of this. Because these babies and my pins, because a lot of times I'll just pin something before I hand sew it. Yeah, they'll end up on the floor, and I'm like, oh, mercy. Oh, and I'm down there with the carpet, because a lot of times they hit the carpet and you know what I mean? You can't hear it, and they bounce. Sometimes they really bounce. So yeah, if you are in need of something like this, with your metal die, those little pieces and stuff that sometimes you're like, where'd that go? You just did. And like I said, I got mine at Hobby Lobby 75% off, but I was so happy to find this, and so did my Creative Ego. Either she got it or she's looking for it. I'm not quite sure, but I know I'm pretty sure she got one too. They're wonderful. If you need something like that. Okay. See, this is another thing. When I say chatting and crafting, it's mostly chatting, let's be honest. Okay. But I have had some subbies, God love them, that have said, I like it that you tell me what you use. I like it that, you know, you even tell me what adhesive you use, because sometimes I'm like watching a video and I'm like, well, what did she use? Because how is that sticking properly? You know what I mean? Or how did she get that on with hot glue in it? Because it's so quick and she had to have it so precise, but you know what I mean. Excuse me, it's fascinating to hear who uses what. Now sometimes, I see I didn't even know where the seam was. And I like to put my seam personally down here, straight down. And then I try, but don't always accomplish it, to have my little lace, if it's a little bigger than my 2 1/4 punch here, paper, cardstock, then I try to get it so that it's in the center as much as possible. But as you know, when it comes to stuff like this, you're basically eyeballing it. You really are. So then, this is what I have. This is my detailed Surebonder glue gun, and I really like it. I do. I've used glue guns, which not tons, but I've used them over the years. And some of them I had to go cheap because I didn't have any money. And some of them I wouldn't give you 5 cents for. I'll be honest with you. But this is a good one. And then, since it is very hot, excuse me, y'all. Again, just the throat thing, not when I'm doing a video. It's weird. It's so weird. So it's nice and warm, y'all, right there. Okay. And I like it that the lace it's thick enough to see it, but at the same time you can see that glittered pink underneath it. And I also meant to tell you, his little buttons are stickles in, where did I put it? It's over here somewhere. Where did I put it? Is it hibiscus? Oh, great. I've hid it from myself, y'all. I've got glitter over here, paint, puffy paint, glitter paint. Seriously. Well, it's stickles, and I think it's hibiscus is what it is. So, for me to get it on there the way I want, remember my favorite tool in my craft room is right here. And yes, it looks dirty and nasty, and it's got glue and dirt and everything else on it. It's nasty. And I apologize that y'all had to see a nasty tweezer. But anyway, yeah, I wish I had and showed that. But, yeah, but yes, I do clean it, but I just haven't cleaned it in the past couple of weeks, so I apologize. Excuse me. And it is used like crazy. It is used daily. Well, if I'm crafting, and yeah, it's used. And so I want to make sure that I put him right where I want him. Okay. And then the only thing I do is I just put the hot glue in like a little zigzaggy thing right down the middle. Then I go ahead and hold it up myself because, like I said, I want it where I want it. And when it comes to hot glue, like you know, you can fiddle with it for an instant, but that's about it. Then I go ahead and push it down some. And now we got a little ornament. Or you can put this, it's still an ornament, but you can put it on a gift. And let's say you have a big bow that you've done in, that's wired, and you've got this huge bow, and you have this dangling from it. Wouldn't that be fun? I think so. I've done stuff like that before. But as far as my gingies and my family's concerned, Handsome and I are the only ones that really like them. Other family members aren't gingy lovers. Handsome says he says, you're having fun, aren't you? I said, I sure am. And he said, well, they are cute. So when your husband tells you that, then you're like, whew, it's all good. And what are you guys working on? Because you know we're done here. But what are you guys up to? Are you all working on your Christmas cards? Are you finished with those since we're getting down to the wire? I don't know about y'all, but if I receive Christmas cards after Christmas, I love them just as much, you know. I know some people are like, oh, I can't send it now. Christmas is over. I'm like, why? Why? I think it's sweet. But anywho, are you doing your Christmas cards? Are you wrapping things? I don't, oh man, when you all wrap presents, do you all do it for hours and hours? Oh, me too. I had shown my last video the little stickers that I put on some of my gifts, and I was saying that I did the bows. Let me see, I've got, what have I got over here? I got lace. Let's grab this lace. Here we go. You know how breast cancer awareness, you know how their bows go like this? That's what they look, they go like this. And that's what I had mentioned in that video, that a lot of times, well, for years, maybe 30, 40 years or more, I've made bows like this to go in packages that are mailed, because if you do the big puffy bow, it gets smushed in the mail. And so I had done them like this and then put stickers here. But I had done that video, y'all, like 2 weeks ago. And I had forgotten all about it. I was so crazy busy. And, you know, I wanted to have it for Sticker Saturday. You know, that's hosted by Crafting Rose. And she is such a sweetheart. She's, if you all don't know her and you've got time, you might want to go over and visit. She's very sweet. She will definitely come and see your video and probably give you all a thumbs up, and I know she makes comments and everything. She's lovely. She's a lovely, very talented lady. And so I wanted it. I had done it several weeks ago because those were the packages that I had to get in the mail, and some of them. And so I'd forgotten all about it, y'all. I got so crazy busy. But I did, it's finally uploaded. Woo! I kept telling myself, Saturday, Sticker Saturday, Sticker Saturday. Don't forget it, just don't do it again. And I'd like to thank you. If you've got time, please let me know what y'all are up to, if you've got time. I'd like to thank y'all so much for visiting me. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.